Jai Hind everyone, myself is Anuj Kumar. I am the Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department in Akgec Engineering College. Today we have to be discuss a topic that is pattern printing. So when we have to be start the how to we write the code to print the pattern. So firstly we have to be understand about the loop. So for in first lecture we have to be discussed we are using the loops in the C programming, and there are the three type of the loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And then after discuss this, we have to be find out where we use the for loop, while loop, and do while loop. After this, we have to be move on the pattern printing. So these outline, they are the some basic outlines. Firstly, we have to be discussed about the loops. Then we have to be discussed one by one what is for loop, when we use, what is while loop, what is the do while loop, and then after discuss this, we have to be discuss what is the difference between the for loop, while loop, and the do while loop. And after that we have doing the some practice and the what are the some pitfalls. So we have to be just we have to be type here the some pattern and printing. So we have to be start one by one. Why we are using loop? So in the programming concept, when we have to be write the code, so sometimes we have to be print one line more than one times. Means we have to be suppose write a line printf, and we have to be print hello. So we have to be print this line 10 times. So rather than we have to be use or write this line 10 times. So instead of this, we have to be apply a loop, and inside that loop we have to be write this line, so that we cannot be repeat this line 10 times. So that's why for this we are using the loop. So what is the loop? When we are using the main programming, or we have to be construct the code, तो that repeat a block of code until a condition is meet. तो जब तक एक conditions meet नहीं करता है, हम वहाँ पे उसको एक code को construct करते हैं, block of codes होता है, उसी codes को लिखते हैं. Simply here, if I have to be print line 10 times, so what I do, we have to be apply a loop I equal to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. Or suppose if we are given the I value is 10, so inside this we have to be use the printf. So it will be execute for I equal to 0 to less than equal to n, means it will be execute from I equal to 0 less than equal to n. So it will be print this line. Second one, as we have to be discussed, why we cannot be used to repeat this line again and again, so that we are using the loop, means it will be avoid to repetition of the code, or we can be say that to be avoid to repetition of the lines of the code. Then second one, it process data efficiently. It process data efficiently means if we have to be apply some calculations, or we are using the some array, so it is better that we are using the loop, or it will be process the data efficiently. And types of the loop, there are the three types of the loop. One is for loop, there's one is while loop, third one is the do while loop. So when we have to be apply any type of loop, for loop, while loop, and do while loop, there are the must three conditions. First one, we have to be initialize, or we can say that firstly we have to be initialization, from where we have to be start from. Second one, we have to be apply the condition. As here we have to be start where from I equal to 0. कब तक print करना है, meant is it will be less than equal to, and so we have be given the conditions. And third one, we have to be used that is updation, means what we have to be doing, we are use updation means increment or decrement, increment and the decrement. So we have to be apply this. So when we are using any type of the loop, so we have to be for loop, while loop, and the do while loop, there are the must three conditions we have to be initialize in any loop. So now we have to be start one by one, as we have to be discussed here. Firstly, when we are using the loop, so there are the three conditions: initialize, condition, and the updation. Updation means increment or the decrement. So in the for loop, we have to be initialize all three conditions in a single line. In a for loop, we have to be initialize all three conditions in a single line, and inside this brackets we are using the code. So how does it work, or what is the flowchart idea? How it will be execute? Firstly, it will be start. Then first it will be go through the initialization. Then start, then initialization, then it will be check the condition. It will be second step is then it will be check the condition, means from initialization it will be go to the condition. If condition is true, then it will be go inside the block, means it will be execute this code, that is execute, and after this execute it will be updation. So we can be say that the for loop is divided work in 4 steps. Number 1, firstly initialize, then it will be check the conditions. Third one, it will be go inside the loop, means it will be execute the code, and after that we have to be use the updation, means increment and the decrement. So these are the steps. First one, initialize loop variable. Second one, we have to be check the condition. If condition is true, it will be go inside this, otherwise it will be not execute. And step third, it will be then update the loop value. We have to be increment of the decrement. So we can be define it through a flow chart. Firstly, we have to be start, then we have to be initialize a loop variable. Suppose we have to be declare int I equal to 0, loop variable. Then we have to be check the condition I is less than equal to n. If condition is true, it will be execute, then it will be update. As in the last, we have to be write one line, that is we are using the for int I equal to 0, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus, and here we are using printf. So firstly, it will be initialize the condition, where we have to be initialize the condition, we have to be initialize condition is here. Then it will be check the condition, this condition will be here. After that, if condition is true, it will be execute the code, means it will be print this line, then it will be update the value, then we have to be update the value of the I, and at last it will be end. Until it will be execute, until this condition is true. When this condition is false, it will be go out from this. Okay. Suppose a example, we have to initialize I equal to 1, I is less than 5, and I plus plus, and we have to be print the value of I. So first one, I equal to 1. 1 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. Go inside this, it will be print 1. Then I plus plus, again it will be checked, 2 is less than equal to 5, condition is true, it will be print 2. Then again I plus plus, 3 is less than equal to 5, again go, condition true, go inside this, it will be print 3. Next 4 is less than equal to 5, condition true, go inside this block, it will be print 4, and after that it will be print increase 5 is less than no but equal to 5. Now condition is true, it will be print 5, then it will be increase the value of I. Now 6 is less than equal to 5, condition is false, so it will be move out from this code. So what is the output? We have to be print the value 1, 2, 3, 4, means firstly we have to be initialize, then it will be check the condition, then it will be go inside the block, and after that it will be increment the value of variable. Now what is while loop? In while loop it will be work in different condition. In while loop we have to be declare only conditions, and then it will be execute, means what is the, we can be go through the flow chart. Firstly we have to be start, then it will be first check the conditions. If condition is true, it will be execute, then it will be apply the loop. Means here firstly it check the condition before the executions, and if condition is true, the loop may be never run if condition is initialize false. अगर starting में condition हमारी false है तो वो कभी भी वहाँ पे उसको execute नहीं करेगा. This is the flow chart. Firstly start, then we initialize the loop variable, then we use the condition. Means in for loop we have to be declare 3 conditions in a single line. I plus plus, yeah, I minus 1. But in the while loop, we have to be use only condition is here. We have to be declare variable I equal to 0. Then increment जो भी updations है यहाँ पे increment या फिर decrement, what we do. So in the this condition we have only apply only conditions inside that loop. Though this is a big small difference between the for loop and the while loop. In while loop, we have to be define only conditions inside that bracket, but in the for loop, we have to be declare all three conditions in a single line. Same here, example, we have to be declare int I equal to 1, I equal to less than 5, then it will be print, means this condition is true, it will be print the value of I. Now I plus plus means 2, 2 is less than equal to 5, condition true means true, then 3 is less than equal to 5, print 3, 4 is less than equal to 5, print 4, and 5 is less than equal to 5, condition true, print 5. Now it will be increase 1, 6 is less than equal to 5, so condition is false, so it will be move out from this block of code. So only there is a one difference between for loop and the while loop. In the while loop, we have to be declare conditions separately. Now we are using the do while loop. Here, what is the syntax? We are using the do. We have defined here do, then we have to be write the code, again that we have to be conditions where, means in while loop what it will be, say if condition is false, in the while loop if condition is false it will be not execute, means in while loop it will be check here the conditions first, it will be check the conditions before the execution, means condition is false so it will be never print. But here in do while loop if condition is false, so inside what we have to be write in the do while loop, in the do, inside the do, so it will be execute. So here what is the flow chart? We have to be start, then it will be execute, after execute it will be check the conditions, if condition is true it will be go inside this loop, otherwise it will be terminate, but it will be execute, this means that we have to be written inside the do, so it will be execute, means at least when we have to be apply the do while loop, so if condition is false, if condition is false, so do while loop execute one time, do while loop if execute one time, so we have to be written here, it will be execute the code at least one before checking the conditions, so it will be print at least one time before checking the conditions. Same the flow chart, firstly we have to be start, then initialize the loop variable, execute the body, then update the loop variable, then we have to be use the conditions. If condition is true, it will be go inside this, if condition is false, it will be come outside this and end this. Simply we have to be write here int I equal to 1, do print I plus plus while, जो हमने while के अंदर किया था कि initialize we have to be int I equal to 1, then we have to be apply while I is less than equal to suppose 5, and here we are using printf %title d comma I and I plus plus. So what we do, we use two lines, this line and this line, we cannot be written inside this, we can be written outside this, and we are using the inside the do while loop. So here we are using the do, in the after initialize I equal to 1, print the value of I plus plus. Now here it will be 1, I value is 1, now I plus plus 2, अब now it will be check the condition 2 is less than equal to 5, condition is true, then it will print the value next increase. Suppose if we are taking 6, we are taking the 6, so in output do print the value of I, and I value is 6, now I plus plus means 7, now here we check 7 is less than equal to 5, condition is false, so it will be not execute, but at least it will be print one time whether my condition is false. So this is a big difference between the while loop and the for while loop. While loop it will be terminate if condition is false, but in the do while loop it will be execute once when condition is false. So this is a basic key difference. In the for loop we have to be initialize inside the loop syntax, while outside the loop, do while outside this loop, condition check it will be checked before execution, before the iteration, again same it will be checked before execution, but it will be checked after the execution. And in the use case for loop, this is the main, if we have know the how many times we have to be apply the iteration, suppose we are doing I equal to less than equal to 5, so means we have to be execute till 5. So we know the iteration. If we know the iteration, we use the for loop. If we do not know the iteration, means iteration value is unknown, then we are using the while loop, or this one it will be execute at least one time. So this is a main difference between the while and the do while loop. In some practice best what is the best practice? We have to be initialize variable correctly, first one, when we have to use. Second one, ensure loop conditions terminate, that will be not print the infinite times. Third one, we have to be update the loop value. There are the three steps. Firstly, we have to be initialize, as we have to be discussed in starting of this lecture. Then we have to be define the condition, and then we have to be define the third value is the updation. So when we are using the for loop, we have to be main focus of three steps. One, initialize, we have to be initialize correctly. Second one, we have to be ensure the loop condition, and third one, we have to be update the value of the variable. What is the common pitfalls? Sometimes it will be go the infinite loop. Suppose we have to be print. What does it means when we are using and something means inside this bracket, as we say that in the diagram, if condition is true, then it will go inside. So here before condition, if we use 1, means condition is true. So if this condition is true, it will be execute and execute, because always it will be what find condition is true. So it will be execute, means it will be print the infinite loop. Sometimes what we do, we have to be properly initialize what we want. We use I is less than 5 or I is less than equal to 5. So it is difference. If we are using I is less than 5, means it will be execute. Suppose I is 1, so it will be execute from 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. But if we use I is less than equal to 5, so it will be execute for I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, I equal to 5 and I equal to 6. So it will be execute I equal to 5, and in the previous I is I less than 5, it will be execute till 4. So this is a main common error or common practice when we have to be write the codes. So sometimes we are using I is less than 5 instead of the I is less than equal to 5. So means it will be execute at least 1 less. And what is the main conclusion? Which one is best key for the practice what we are using? So the best is when we are using the, if we know the number of iteration is known. Suppose we have to be write some lines and we have to be print the 4 stars. So we know we use the, what is the output? We need the 4. So means we know the iterations. So if we know the iterations, the best one is the for loop. If iteration is unknown, uncertain conditions, then flexible or it will be changed, then we are using the while. And if we want at least our execution code, our condition is right or our condition is wrong, so at least it will be execute one time, so we are using the do while loop. So in this, it has the guarantee at least it will be execute one time. And if we ask when we have to be used, so it will be depend on the condition or what we want to be execute. As we have to be discuss here, if number of iteration if we know, then we use the for loop. If we do not know the number of the iterations or iterations are unknown, then we use the while loop. Or if we want to, it will be execute at least one time, so it will be use the do while loop. So it will be depend on the conditions and what are the reliabilities and the task requirement. So based on the task requirement, we are using for loop and while loop or do while loop. Okay, so in the next session we have to be use the how to be use the pattern printing, and we have to be write some code for the pattern printing. Thank you.